All right, so another 5 miles, another 250 push-ups. Uh, uh, it takes a lot out of you. There's 22 pounds in the vest. I'm back up to 50. I'm back up to 50 push-ups after every mile, so things are going good. If anyone cared about an update. Anyway, so I've been thinking about this for a while, so I'm gonna just ask you the question. What do you tell a man who did everything right? He checked all the boxes, but he keep getting bad results. What do you tell that person? What do you tell that man? Hey, instead of those NPC answers, what are the NPC answers? Those are the non-playable character answers. Those are the well, pray more, and you gotta do this, or God works in his own time, and well, you got to figure out what you're doing wrong, and all these other things that are just nonsensical. They're nonsensical. They don't make any sense, right? So I asked myself that question for years and wondering, what did I do wrong? And what I realized and what I came up with is I did nothing wrong. My foundation was broken. What do I mean by the foundation is broken? Your foundation is how you think, your subconscious. I spoke this about you in many other videos. Your subconscious is how you think. That's your foundation. It's broken. And what you're doing is you're trying to fix the house, but the foundation is broken. Let me explain. You got doors and windows that are now twisted and torqued or moved just a little bit. They don't close right. So you change out the windows and the doors, and then a year or so later, it's the same problem. Why? The foundation is broken. The foundation needs to be repaired. It's the foundation. It's your thinking. It's your subconscious. It needs to be repaired. It needs to be changed to fit you as an individual versus what everybody else is doing around here. So that's when I came up with basic mindset training, BMT. Basic mindset training. It took me a while to figure that out, researching and just going through the process. Basic mindset training. What does basic mindset training do? First and foremost, it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. If you didn't get how you were overnight, it's not going to change overnight. Basic mindset training more or less is opening your mind to other possibilities. It's letting you reflect on you to figure you out versus looking externally to figure you out. You need to figure yourself out, you, before you're able to deal with the external. You're trying to fix the internal with the external, and it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. You can fight as all you want to. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. You can't fix the external. I mean, you can't fix what's inside of you by the outside. That's when I talk about the 5 things people use to cope, the coping skills: sex, alcohol, drugs, food, and work. You can't use that external things to fix what's internally wrong. And I'm not necessarily saying it's wrong. I'm saying what you're doing is not working for you. It may work for other people, which is great. But then if you're part of the six, how you copy? Copy clear, Capt, what you got? If you're part of that 6% that's different, those things are not going to work. They're not going to work, man. They're not going to work. And you're going to waste your time, energy, and effort trying to make those things work. When I'm telling you, I've been through this process. I'm telling you how this is going to play out. It's like an algorithm. I've been researching algorithms. You're inside of an algorithm that doesn't fit you. You're inside what's called an algo. You're inside of an algo that doesn't fit you. You're trying to fit inside of something that don't fit. It's like when people say, you're trying to put me in a box. You're trying to put a square into a circle. It doesn't work. And you're trying your best to use the 5 things, sex, alcohol, drugs, food, and work, to make this algo work, and it's not going to work. You have to create your own algo. You got to create your own algorithm. And that's going to take time, energy, effort. It's going to take time for you to create your own algorithm. It just is. You can't rush the process. It's TTP, trust the process. You got to trust the process. You can't rush the process. Just like me walking these 5 miles and doing these push-ups and with Fat Albert on, I'm trusting the process. It's a process. I know the process eventually is going to work, but it's a slow and steady process, and eventually the snowball effect happens, and boom, you're exactly where you want to be. But you got to trust the process. Basic mindset training is the opening of you opening yourself up to yourself to figure yourself out. And what's going to happen is, as you're figuring yourself out, you're going to start seeing other people start seeing there's issues. And that's where there's going to be, that's a whole other level. I'll talk about that on another day. But in a nutshell, it's going to be, as you're looking at yourself, you're going to see other people are going to notice you differently. They're going to see that you're doing something differently. They're going to see that you're processing things differently. They're going to see that you're being consistent. See, people don't like consistency. They don't think that you got all the answers, you know what's right. No, I have a very solid foundation. And it seems like I have all the answers. It's not that I have all the answers. My foundation is solid, so it's easier for me to answer a lot of these questions. It's easy for me to answer because I have a purpose, aim, and mission, what I call PAM. It's easy for me to answer a lot of these questions people have for me because I have a solid foundation, and you can't take me off of my foundation. You can't take me away from PAM, purpose, aim, and mission. You can't. If you're not part of PAM and you're not part of my foundation, it's easy for me to answer questions. And that's where the problem starts to come in at. Because people are going to start seeing that you've changed, you're different, and da-da-da-da. Yeah, I am. You're going to start seeing people fall off. I'm telling you, it's not an if, it's a when. Once you start doing this process, basic mindset training, once you start doing this process, people are going to start falling off from you. They're just going to. Because what it does is it shines a light on them to show all their inadequacies, all the things that they're having issues with. Let me stop. Got these goddamn rants, man. Because I'd be so animated about this mental health thing, especially when it comes to black men. This mental health thing is real. It's real. The process is there. You have to trust the process. You don't have to keep going through these things that you keep going through. You can break this cycle with this algorithm. You are stuck in an algorithm. You're stuck in an algorithm. It's like on the social media. They have algorithms. You keep feeding that algorithm, it's going to keep giving you what it wants. You want to see tits and ass, it's going to keep giving you tits and ass. You want to see ants, it's going to give you ants. You want to see cake, it's going to keep giving you what you want. But when you change your algo just a little bit, it's going to start giving you different things. And that's when the process, you're going to start seeing the process happen. I can't make it no more simpler than that. Change your algorithm. Basic mindset training. I'm out.